Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining. I know it's a Friday afternoon after the lunch, so it's not going to be easy session. I will try to make it a little bit interesting so that at least everyone doesn't fall to the sleep as much as possible. This is one of our customers case study that we are trying to do it, and we are very proud of our implementation that we have done for our customer. Uh, we have revolutionized the equipment lifecycle for the customers, and mostly they are in rental and subscription business, and they all the equipments are mostly for the oil and gas industry. So it's a heavy equipment, heavy thing. The company name is GOWell, and we are proudly associated to transform them using the Odoo. A little bit about the Brainwire background. We are a digital transformation agency globally spread across US, Canada, Middle East, and Dubai, Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi, Southeast Asia, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and India. Team wise is 4,500 team members. Last year we got private equity investment. So as a group, we are 4,500 team member. Close to Odoo practice is around 280 team members. Close to 300, 350 plus Odoo implementation we have done. 150, 60 plus team members are Odoo certified. That's our Odoo strength. Generally, we are a gold in whatever the countries that we are operating with Odoo. So we are a gold partner in US. We are proud to be a gold partner in Singapore. We are proud to be a gold partner in Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and Canada as well. So these are the countries that we have partnership with Odoo, and we generally operate at a maybe number one, number two level in each of those countries. If you look at it, we have a lot of award and accreditation as a company that we got it. So we are a premium partner with Adobe, Shopify, Salesforce, apart from the Odoo on other technologies that we do it out. We are on Clutch ranking number one, Inc. 5000. We are in top, at least in top 1000 companies in America, things like that. And then we are very proud to get a Odoo award for the most customer satisfaction. So typically in Odoo, a lot of awards they distribute, but making sure that each and every customer are satisfied and successful implementation where they are able to grow, that's our strength, and that's what we have achieved. Little bit about myself. I mean, I'm the CEO and founder of the company. Started Brainwire 12 years back. Come into 20 years of entrepreneurs, 23 years of entrepreneurship journey. I had a couple of companies in the past which I exited, and Brainwire started until 2012-13. We grew this company to where we are. Odoo Association, we started close to around 2019, around 2019, and then we are very proudly associated with them. So last 6-7 years, we have partnership with Odoo, and we have grown significantly and where we are. Little bit about the customer. So customer is into development, manufacturing, and deployment of the heavy diagnostic, more or less equipment which is needed for oil and gas industry. They have a lot of patented product. The company started from China, but then globally they moved across. So they have a headquarter in US. They have a operation in Middle East because of the oil and gas industry. They have operation in Africa. They have operation in Singapore, and headquarter is based out of Singapore. Obvious reason that Chinese company moved out into Singapore and all. Mostly they are into oil and gas companies. They are mostly into geothermal equipment, and they are also doing a lot of sensor technology, so that when you have to go deep into the oil drilling, right, the sensors and technology to sense out the level of the oil density and things like that, it has been very helpful for that. A lot of this equipment are heavy costing, so sometimes they rent equipment as well. So there is a big rental and subscription business as well, and they also have to plan their equipment in such a way that someone in Saudi Arabia will need something for the rental, and then again in next 1 month you have to send the same equipment in Abu Dhabi or maybe in Singapore or maybe some other location. So that's where the planning, scheduling is something which was very crucial for them. Also they wanted to make sure that for their product, technical reliability is very important, because these are hazardous material. You have to be very careful. You have to be very careful in terms of the equipment, and the durability and sensitivity of the equipment is also very important. So that's what they are known for as a company. The challenges that they were facing before selecting the Odoo. So there was there was no rental streamline process where they able to take care of invoicing and then also the rental subscription, things like that. Also equipment lifecycle and then maintenance required, that was not connected with accounting and other systems, right? So it was disjointed system, so they were not sure when the maintenance required for the equipment, when it's ready for the leasing again or renting again, things like that. There was no linkage between fixed asset equipment and rental products. So there are certain products which are fixed asset, there are certain products which they are the equipment they are selling, and then certain they are doing as a rental. So it was all disjointed system. They were using multiple legacy systems. So there was Galaxy, Kindigi Galaxy, which is the local product they were using as a product, and then they, on top of that, they were using Excel, spreadsheet, and all different type of system that is needed. Accounting wise, they were using mostly QuickBook for North America region, and then they were using some local Chinese software from the local accounting point of view as well. Also, that forecasting was a little bit of challenging because everything was not disjointed, so they were not able to do the forecasting. They were not sure about what is going to come, when they have to keep it ready, things like that. Also, that maintenance cycle, that warranties, when they sell the equipment, they also have to track the equipment parts, and they want to do the warranty for the parts as well, right? And then in that warranty, there is a maintenance cycle that they have to run through. So that was something that was not tracked in a proper way. There was no centralized help desk system and maintenance request, right? All of those requests were coming. They were not using centralized help desk system, and even the help desk system that they had was not connected with their sales and purchase system. So they were not sure that when the sales was happen, when it came into the maintenance, and how many times we have already maintenance done for this equipment, and then what is the life cycle and things like that. Also, a lot of places, since they were using disjointed system, lot of data duplication was there. Most of the time, the customer information, order information, inventory information, they had to duplicate it out on a multiple locations. Also, that there was no automation in terms of the equipment life cycle tracking, that okay, when the equipment was sold, when it was maintained, what is under warranty, what is not under warranty, what are the spare part change in the equipment, and what is the lifetime or lifespan looks like from the equipment point of view. Inconsistency in terms of the reporting, because multiple systems, so reports were not accurate. Ultimately, you have to rely on Excel sheet where you collect the data from multiple disjointed system and things like that. So this was the life when GOWell was started, and I think when they were working, and when then we started working with them, and we shown them the Odoo is the way to go forward with them. There was a formal RFP process. We went into the entire process. We visited each of their location, most of the location, just to see the operation, how they are doing in US, in Canada, in Singapore, in Dubai, because we had offices all across, so our team was able to visit them. And then we have defined the entire requirement gathering, and the entire requirement scoping was done, and then the RFP response happened on that. We were lucky enough to get selected into the project, and the implementation then it started. When we got selected into the system, we make sure that we have done on-site discovery. So we send our team to each of the location to do the on-site discovery and the design session. And that's where we have understood their current system, current processes, what should be the ideal way to implement the processes, document everything, and make sure that, also look at the kind of reporting that they are looking at today, and what kind of reporting they look for the future, to make sure that all of those things can be aligned. Our functional team also given a lot of ideas and suggestions. At the same time, we also respected the kind of reports and data that they have gone through over the years in the current system, and try to maintain the balance between the what is the best for the from the industry standard and what is they are using, and try to do the best balance between both the system. And that's how the entire operation implementation was done. We have generally implemented various modules of Odoo, so sales, purchase, inventory, rental, subscription, CRM, accounting, help desk, ticketing system, discuss, HR, internal discussion module. This was something that we implemented. So by tailor-made solution, when we implemented using Odoo, so we have make sure that maintenance requests were auto-created, because once you put sell equipment, and if equipment is under the warranty, and if you know the equipment data, that it requires 6-month maintenance, 1-year maintenance. So we auto-created those requests by default, so that at least manual intervention will be reduced. Automatically the tickets will be created, tasks will be assigned, things like that. Inventory was something which was crucial for them. So we make sure that which are the equipment which are rental, which are they are selling, making sure that you count on that. Also in the rental equipment, you are aware when it's coming back, things like that, what is the rental looks like. Also we have done seamless integration between the ticketing system and the return refunds, things like that, if they have to handle into certain things like that, if there are warranties and things like that. Also the rental order and sales order, those were something that we have make sure that we track the warranty in a different way, because when you are selling something, you are, whether customer is buying warranty, and then your warranty has to be done in a different way. And then if you're renting equipment, you have to make sure that every time the renting equipment is there, if it is long term renting, then you have to do the warranty again and again. And if it is not a long term, then every time when the product come back from the rental, before it rented out to the new place, you have to make sure that it's done in a correct way. So that was something that we have kept in mind on that. Also, that automatically, pausing the rent when there is a maintenance request is available, so that you are aware about it, that this equipment is under maintenance, you can't rent it out, or you have to pause the current rent. That was something which was crucial for them, and we able to do that with Odoo flexibility of the rental module, where you can start, stop and pause. And along with the pause, we have done some customization so that your invoicing and billing is also taken care from that point of view. Sale forecast, driving from the procurement point of view, replenishment point of view, even the product and manufacturing scheduling, something that we have done it out. And also making sure that since data accuracy has been increased, there is no multiple silo systems are running, everything came under Odoo. So we try to maintain the data accuracy, and the data is flow seamlessly between one module to another, or one process to another process in a seamless manner. These are some of the screens that we are trying to cover, just to give you idea that kind of customization that we have done on the sales order, that there is the sales order, what is the name was done in such a way that you are aware whether it's going to be for the delivery order, whether it's a renting order or a sales order. Sales means you are selling, renting means that you are going for the renter, so that each has been taken in a different way when you are doing the delivery aspect of as well from that point of view. If it is a rental order, we making sure that it's a rental order, and then there is a continuous recurring invoicing has to be done. So naming convention was used in such a way that it become easy to track, easy to maintain. Now understand that they were using legacy platform. So when we convinced them to move to this was certain naming convention they were using, and they wanted to make sure that the same naming convention follow, so that it become a little bit easier for them to take it to the next level. So that is something that we have done it, that we have done the modern technology, but at the same time we have tried to maintain as much as possible from the current process flow naming convention, so that the life does not look like a complete different life for them. We have done an entire Kanban view for them on the rental part of it, so they are aware which equipment are on the rental, where it is, number of invoicing done, number of months they are rented, when it's going to get expired. It become easy for them to view, easy for them to move the product or the Kanban view to move the data from here to there. Of course, there are required certain permissions and approval and workflow process, but it was a little bit done in an easier way. This was a big lift for them to see everything in a Kanban view, on a single view, and they able to do all different type of filters, that I want to see my renting equipment, I want to see which is ending on this month, I want to see this type of equipment, or I want to see the customers in Saudi Arabia. All of those type of filters were available, that they can do it from country, they can do it from equipment, they can do it from all different possible way. Yeah. And then this was certain dashboards and something that was created, that number of orders that has been in manufacturing, number of orders which are there in quality, and then entire dashboard view was given, so that they can understand and they can optimize and they can improve on the things that they are looking at going forward on that. And a lot of dashboards and reports were created for them. So rental automation was something which was important, that we have done it for them from the automation point of view. Return dates tracking was something which was important to know, and in that it was pause and start. That was something important, that existing equipment, when we go into the maintenance mode, how to do the pausing and then restart the same. Exception management framework is something which was important for them to manage the demand, supply and forecasting and planning from that. We have done a lot of alerts from the scheduling and maintenance point of view, so that you are aware that which equipment is under the maintenance, when it's going to maintenance is going to come, and you make sure that you do the maintenance preventive rather than reactive. So that was something, that objective was there with using Odoo, that how to make that possible. Also, there were a lot of requests which was created and on the maintenance, and there is a parent and child, that one maintenance request for the one equipment, and then there is a child request is there. And obviously when the maintenance person goes, or when they do the maintenance, they try to close all the tickets. So that is also that for one equipment, we have done a parent-child relationship, so that even if there is a multiple request came, we put it under parent-child, so that if you close parent or a child, automatically everything get closed at a one go. Timesheet was something which was important, so we make sure that that is integrated. Warranty and warranty packages were integrated as well. And this is like, some of the automation that was done, and the facelift or uplift from their existing ERP to the Odoo ERP. And when you look at it from the life point of view, like, that they're huge. I mean, we generally as a company always track our goals, which is very important for us, that okay, when you implement a technology or a product, ERP, what is the objective client has? So in this case, it was a clear objective that multiple silo systems are running. They wanted to make sure that it runs in a single platform. They were missing a lot of rental invoicing. They wanted to make sure that it's done in that way. In the rental, they wanted flexibility of pausing and restarting. At the same time, in manufacturing, they wanted to track the warranties which are under maintenance, and then how to make sure that they become more preventive than the reactive. Uh, so like, 70% faster invoicing was happening. They able to invoice quicker, faster, no manual process. They able to collect better, faster, quicker as well. Also, like, life cycle between the equipment was something which was important for knowing that end-to-end life cycle management was something they were able to do it out. Lot of data cleaning happened because they were using multiple systems. Same data was entered in multiple locations. Even there was mistakes in the spellings and data and things like that. So that has been reduced, and everything came on a one go. That one customer, one entry in one CRM in customer contact, and that customer flow across all the modules that they were using it out. Also, like in the maintenance, we have reduced them by 30%. So that was something which was a great achievement in terms of branding and also in terms of automation. Cost saving was done via, like, that warranties are under warranties, how to make sure that you're able to do a cost saving on that by doing in advance. Seamless asset management conversion, that was something was important for them in order to make sure that they track the revenue of which are product sales versus rental sales. Uh, Faster workflow automation was something which was done, and they able to quickly identify the customer, identify the contact request, identify the request, and able to answer them quickly on that. Uh, and ultimately, we have done a scalable digital platform because they are in various countries. So of course, when they went live, they also not went live on a one go. They wanted to make sure that they do it in a piecemeal. So we started with Singapore, went live. After that, we went to Middle East and we went live. And then we went into the North America and we went live. And then every country where we have went live, we have make sure that we maintain the, like, on-site training. There was a team which was sent on-site from a training point of view, UAT point of view, deployment point of view, and also the data was migrated in a correct format and correct way. So we went live with most of the operation now. The project was lasted for around, like, 7 months from the implementation point of view and the go live point of view. Last 2 months, 2.5 months was more of a go live. We implemented that with Odoo 18. It was started last year. So I think they are live now, and last 3 months of data is what we have collected and all the information that we have gathered with them so far on that. And this is the achievement that we have done it out. We are very proud to be associated with this customer because they handle manufacturing, they handle the rental, subscription, warranty, and also they were operating on a very crucial oil and gas and the industry where the timing is important, the sensitivity of the equipment is important, and you have to make sure that the data that is collected from the equipment is to be done in a correct way. These are some of our other global customers. Just to give you name a few, as I mentioned that we are operating in North America, US and Canada. We are in Middle East, Dubai, Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi, Southeast Asia, Singapore, Malaysia. So these are some of the customers where we have done various type of implementation. Somewhere we have done a complete Odoo implementation, somewhere we have done a module implementation, somewhere we have integrated Odoo with some other platform technology and done end-to-end implementation for them. Yeah. Any questions? This is the QR code to scan, and I will be happy to answer the questions if you have and deep dive into detail of that. We have a booth here in hall 10 and B1. Our Odoo expert and the team is available. So if you want to deep dive into demo, want to look at it, we are happy to show that as well. And happy to give you the detail question answer now, and if there is anything.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, is this okay?
Okay.
First question. You created a lot of automations for your customers. When you upgrade to Odoo 19, aren't you worried that a lot of your customizations might break?
So I'm sure about it that customization is going to be a big chunk of it because their operations are complex. So a lot of customization was needed. We have tried to use Odoo standards as much as possible, but at the same time, of course, customizations are required. Otherwise, it's not going to work for this type of operation in this type of business. So we try to maintain the Odoo standard, and on top of that, of course, there is a proper design, architecture, planning, documentation done for the upgrade part of it. So whenever the upgrade required, we will make sure that those customization is also carried forward, or some of them it is available by default within Odoo. Then we have to remove those customization and move into the standard version of that. So that's how it's going to be operating. But you are right that customizations are done, and in fact in Brainwire most of our project customization is done, and in last 7 years we have done multiple upgrade as well for all our different customers. So we try to make sure that we keep in mind when we customize that, upgrade that.
Next question. As GOWell operates in multiple countries, what challenges related to their internationalization have you faced, and how did you resolve these challenges?
So, I mean, there are multiple challenges which came. So, their HQ is Singapore. So, of course, there is a multi-country operation, but at the same time, they wanted consolidation to happen within Singapore, right? From a consolidation point of view. So, that was something that Odoo consolidation module is there, but it's not to the advanced level where they will take care of the multiple countries, currencies, and then migrating all of those things together. So, we had to keep that challenge running and keep that in mind. So there was customization done on that and make sure that we do it. Also currency was something that they were expecting that they wanted to see in a certain currency, and they also wanted consolidated report to be changed based on the currency easily, and they able to see and mix and match those data and reports. So we able to give the client the flexibility they wanted, and client wanted in a very particular format in the reporting and consolidation. So that was something that was the challenge that we faced, and we try to accommodate that. Also every country has local taxation and localization, but since we have operation in those countries and we have already done many implementation, we were aware of what are the taxation and localization that you need to implement in each of the country and how to handle those operations.
Okay, next question. How much code customization and automations did you have to write in order to have this whole cycle of integration?
So if I understand the question, it's how much total customization was done. So I think 30% to 40% customization we have done. We have used Odoo standard up to 50 to 60%, and around 40% customization on top of done, which is done from the customization point of view. Now still client has few more requests, and of course we are going to go through that, but I assume that by the time completely they are rolling for 2-3 years, and when the next upgrade come, it's going to be 50% customization, 50% out of the box, which is there. And those customization, when the upgrade come, we'll look at it that how many of them is out of the box available within the Odoo, and then try to migrate that at that point of time.
Okay. Next question. What other similar case studies did you work with?
So we have, in fact, very interesting that this is multi-country operation with oil and gas industry. We have 3-4 similar examples which is there. Another company is a completion product. They have operation in Singapore and Dubai. There is another client based out of Saudi Arabia, which is something similar to that. And then we have a client in North America as well. So there is 4 to 5 customers where they are dealing into something similar industry, similar verticals. Oil and gas, manufacturing, plus renting. So completion product, GOWell. These are a couple of case studies which are there. Yeah.
Okay. Next question. If a customer asks for specific customization, how do you handle this?
So I mean, customer definitely asks for a lot of customization. That's where I think I was just telling at my session in the starting that we have a design and discovery phase where our consulting team goes to the customer location, identify all the customization needed, identify the list of requirement, suggest the best industry practice possible, suggest that what they should follow as a standard practice, and then ultimately work with customers saying that, okay, this is the best industry standards, this is what your process is. Do you want to do it in the same way, or you want to modify or come in the middle? So that's where entire design and discovery phase goes through, and we go deep into that. to finalize all the requirement customization, which is very important. Yeah.
Done. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for attending this, and hope you have a good rest of the day and rest of the Odoo event. Thank you, guys. Thank you.